Here this evening to perform our national anthem. For the first time, we have Haley representing Subway Restaurants, who are sponsoring tonight's biggest event of the season for the Subway Street Stocks. And here for our invocation, Pastor Sementelli. Pastor?
Heavenly Father, we again thank you for this good day and the great freedom we have in this great land of ours to enjoy events and activities like this. We ask that you protect the drivers as they race. We ask that you also give us opportunity to enjoy the good things you've given to us because of the great God that you are. Thank you again for loving us as you do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. And now we turn the microphone over to Haley for tonight's singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now, race fans, are you ready to go NASCAR racing? The 97 is George Nicola from Pittsburgh. 11 is John Prabanich from East McKeesport. 58 is Lonnie Hoffman from Smithton, and we're green. Kostelnik out to an early lead over Ofer, Rec, Reno, and Nicola. Side by side at the back of the field, the 0 is Chris Brink. The 11 is Prabanich, and Brink takes the spot away. Battle of teammates in the second position. Inside, it's the 0-1 of Harry Ofer from Bell Vernon. And holding down second spot in the outside lane, it's Pete Reck. Now George Nicola from Pittsburgh in 97 joins this fight for second and third positions. Look at the Ofer Racing teammates go wheel to wheel. The veteran on the inside and the Asphalt Racing rookie on the outside. At the midpoint of this event, 4 down and 4 to go. It's now Harry Ofer, the owner of both race cars in second and third, taking the runner-up spot behind Adam Kostelnik, last year's 2-division champion. George Nicola in 97 is fourth, but with a loose handling race car. Pete Reck in number 81 has his hands full. Drivers in third and fourth have both won features this season. Now there's just 2 laps to go, and Nicola looks to move up. Keep in mind, race fans, that heat races do award championship points toward the Motordrome track titles. And the points leader is out in front. It's Adam Kostelnik in the Viglione Racing number 60. Final time around, Kostelnik with a healthy lead. Battle will be for third with Nicola diving to the inside of Pete Reck. out of turn 4. The leading winner in the division takes another checkered flag. It's Adam Kostelnik winning over Harry Ofer, Pete Breck, George Nicola, and Lonnie Hoffman. Jefferson Hills, and the 7 is Ben Easler from Allison Park, making his first start of the year. Another 8-lap preliminary for the modifieds, and Tom Frank, the Cleveland suburbs teenager in car 6, is out in front. Battling for second, it's the 04 of Bobby Shipp and the 5 of Jim Nicola. 3 cars pulling away from the rest of the field. Wheel to wheel on the front straight, the 04, former Charger Division champion Bobby Shipp, moving into the lead by inches on the back straight. Let's see if he can officially take the lead at the scoring line on the front straight. He has a car length on Tom Frank, and the leader is now Bobby Shipp. Third place is Jim Nicola, 4th is Matt Panaya, then a battle for 5th. Young Brian Shipp in car 40, the younger brother of the leader, is wheel to wheel with veteran Gary Scott from Irwin in car 16. In turn number 3, side by side, Shipp and Scott. They've been wheel to wheel for a full lap just behind Matt Panaya's 32 car. As the crossed flags signal halfway, 4 laps down, 4 laps to go. Shipp opens up a big lead over Tom Frank, Jim Nicola, Matt Panaya, then his younger brother, who is still door to door with Gary Scott. Remaining, and while the top 4 are strung out, it's a heated fight for 5th position as Gary Scott and Brian Shipp have swapped that spot. Ben Easler retires from competition in his first visit to Motordrome this season, and the white flag signals final time around for Bobby Shipp. Bobby Shipp in the 04, Tom Frank in the 6, and Jim Nicola look to be the top 3, and it's Shipp with another heat race win. Matt Panaya and Brian Shipp complete the top 5. 15 makes his second start of the year, and the 15 is Jonathan Heilman. Green flag waves, 8 laps for the Subway Street Stocks. Tom Knight Sr. in car 76, the oldest driver in the Subway Street Stock field, out to the lead. He's got a heat race win already this season in car 76. In second position, Jason Holder from Stoystown in car 74. He was the opening night feature winner this season. And just behind him, it's NASCAR Super Late Model driver Chris Bailey Jr. in the Ray Cimbali number 38 car. And the Cimbali 38 car with Chris Bailey on board, showing heavy sparks as he tries to challenge for second position to the inside of Jason Holder. It's Tom Knight Sr. from Plum, Pennsylvania, with about a 4 car length lead. Now Bailey takes over the runner-up spot. Working lap number 3 of 8. Keep in mind, race fans, later tonight we'll play the Subway Street Stock Challenge, giving each and every one of you a chance to win a free 6-inch meatball sub courtesy of participating Subway restaurants. And right now, Tom Knight Sr., the oldest driver in the field, has the youngest driver in the field, Chris Bailey Jr. nipping at his rear bumper at the midpoint of this event. 4 laps down, 4 laps to go. It's Knight leading Bailey. Holder is third, Bowman is fourth, then Heilman in fifth. Very close racing bumper to bumper for the lead out of turn number 2. At the scoring line this time, there will be 2 laps remaining in the first Subway Street Stock Heat event. Look at this heated action up front, fighting for the win in the first Subway Street Stock Heat. It's young Chris Bailey Jr. in 38 and Tom Knight Sr. in 76. In the last couple of weeks, Knight has been very strong in heat race action. He has a top 3 finish at Jennerstown in recent weeks. And look at young Chris Bailey Jr., the former National Bandoleros champion. Regular at the Lake Erie Speedway in second spot. Will he challenge out of turn 4? Another heat race win for Tom Knight Sr. over Chris Bailey, Jason Holder, Scott Bowman, and Jonathan Heilman. Moving in, starting outside in car 57, it's Andrew Kostelnik as the green flag is out. 8 laps for the Subway Street Stocks. Side by side, veteran Bill Henry and sophomore Subway Street Stock driver Teddy Gabala door-to-door for the lead. Henry in car 64, a repeat winner this season. Gabala with his first career at Motordrome this season. Heavy hitters in this Subway Street Stock Heat race. Battling for third in car 31, it's the new championship point standings leader, Sean Phillips, who's been on a roll, nearly 3 wide with Gabala and the 50 of Tony Manganello. Now we are 3 wide out of 4. We're 3 wide on the front straight. Getting ready to trade paint in Subway Street Stock Heat number 2. Bill Henry with a big lead. Clairton, Pennsylvania's Tony Manganello in second, seeking a career-first feature win tonight. Sean Phillips, the new points leader, is third, and door-to-door it's the birthday boy Joe Nicola in 69, and the 3 of Teddy Gabala. Working lap 3 of 8, and Bill Henry's lead has dwindled quickly. Look at Manganello in the 50, trying to take his first checkered flag in heat race action, diving to the inside of the veteran. And at the scoring line, officially by a car length, Tony Manganello is the new leader. Manganello in car 50, the Clairton, Pennsylvania driver, competing in his second full season at Motordrome, seeking a first checkered flag here, wrestling the lead away from Bill Henry. Sean Phillips, the current championship standings leader. Phillips, with 3 wins, has tied the feature victory total of Jonathan Heilman, who led the standings all season. Battle for second as well as a battle for fourth. Joe Nicola in 69 goes door-to-door again with Teddy Gabala. And Nicola, who is 25 years old today, challenging the teenager. Both of those drivers have been in victory lane this season. And look at the battle for second heat up now. White flag signals final lap, and it's Sean Phillips in 31. Officially taking second position on that lap at the scorer's line by just a fender from Bill Henry. And that action allows Tony Manganello to run away with the lead. Coming out of turn 4, a first heat race victory for Tony Manganello of Clairton. Bill Henry second by inches over Sean Phillips. Nathan Russell and Beck in row 2, Urso and Quarrick in row 3. Green flag is out, 10 laps for the NASCAR Pizza Hut Super Late Models. Henry gets the jump on The Hemp Hill Racing 78, driven by Bo Glemba. Tommy Beck glides into third with car 60. Remember, fans, points are awarded for heat race finishes. And the drivers in first and third are tied for the championship chase. Bobby Henry and Tommy Beck each with 609 points. By inches at the scoring line on lap 2 of 10, Tommy Beck into second position around the 78 of modified division graduate Bo Glemba, while the defending champ leads in car 11, Bobby Henry. Henry driving the Palagrudo Motorsports, Stone and Company Megan Ford number 11, has 2 feature victories this season. Tommy Beck in the Benz Motorsports, Stans Transmissions Chevrolet number 60, has 1 win this season and is the defending winner of the Pizza Hut 100 that comes around next Friday night. Five laps down, 5 laps to go. Driver in fourth, Nathan Russell, making his last start of the season at Motordrome as his football season gets underway next Friday. Bobby Henry in car 11 will come out of this heat race with this championship points lead if he can hang on to win this event, as he will gain 1 point over Tommy Beck in second on the racetrack, who's tied with him in the points tally for the season. 2 laps remaining. White flag displayed this time, signals final lap around. Bobby Henry with 115 career feature victories, finished second by half a car length to Rick Miller last week, and now taking another checkered flag in heat race action, Bobby Henry over Tommy Beck, Bo Glemba, Nathan Russell, and Paul Urso. The starting lineup for tonight's 40-lap feature. A pair of track champions, Catone and Wiltrout, lead him to the green. Catone with an early lead, as this field contains 3 former NASCAR Super Late Model champions and a former Truck Division champion. Battle for fourth is Richard Mitchell to the inside of Steve Black. Black in car number 1, the Penn West Toyota Lift Camry. And Mitchell in the Martinelli's Auto. Howard Concrete Pumping, Tom Clark Chevrolet to the inside. They are door to door all the way around the speedway. Steve Black, the former Truck Division champion, and Mitchell to his inside, trying to take the spot away as a 3-time NASCAR late model champion, and he moves into fourth. Just in front of Mitchell, it is Gregory Kelly in 44, looking to challenge Gary Wiltrout, the former track champion, in 95. And Kelly will spin from third position, bringing out the caution flag. Super late model heat race, Mark Catone leading Gary Wiltrout, Richard Mitchell, and Steve Black. No start that time, no start. Champion. Green flag is back out. What a lead by Mark Catone. If this was a drag race, we'd call that a hole shot, as Catone stretched out to a 6 or 7 car length lead just as they jumped on the loud pedal. About to battle for third position, two drivers who raced side by side for many, many weeks in the old truck division here at Motordrome. Steve Black in the 1, Gregory Kelly in 44. Richard Mitchell in car 22 has closed the distance on Mark Catone. 4 laps remaining, and this will be a fight to the finish. Richard Mitchell in car 22 comes into tonight third in the championship standings, behind Henry and Beck, who were in heat race number 1. Mitchell on the outside, looking to find a way around Mark Catone. Battle for the lead about to get intense once again, as the leaders will see the white flag signaling final lap, this time by the front straight. It's still Mark Catone of McKeesport, leading Brewston Mills, West Virginia's Richard Mitchell. 5 total NASCAR Super Late Model Championships among the lead duo. Also watch if Gregory Kelly in turns 3 and 4 can mount a challenge for third spot. But out of turn 4, Mark Catone takes the checkered flag over Richard Mitchell, Steve Black, and Gregory Kelly. Bring them to a 10-lap preliminary for the NASCAR Pizza Hut Super Late Models, and the green flag is out. Todd Price up front. He's a sophomore super late model driver after years of racing in the limited late models at the Jennerstown Speedway. Now driving for the Mans family-owned number 15, he will lead lap number 1 over Sean Pilla, Dan Lewis, who are side by side. Pilla in car number 5, racing a partial schedule this season, and Lewis in the 8, another graduate of the truck division. In 4th, it's Mark Poole, the feature winner 2 weeks ago. Poole and Lewis are side by side down the back straight, and Poole takes over third position. He has multiple feature victories at Jennerstown and now 1 in his Motordrome career in NASCAR Super Late Models. And quickly he closes in on the 5 of Sean Pilla. Working lap number 3 of 10, the Howard Concrete Pumping 96 of Mark Poole, looking to the inside of the Nagy Sunoco Gas and Oil Brooks Automotive number 5 of Sean Pilla, and Pilla's back to third. Mark Poole, the man on the move, climbing into the runner-up position. Out in front, it's the 51 Motorsports entry, owned by the Mans family. Longtime supporters of the racing action at Motordrome, and driver Todd Price leading the way. Price aboard the Frankie Day Oldies Show D&D Office Plus Ford number 15 now has a car length of only, let's call it 2 car lengths maybe, between himself and Mark Poole, and out of turn 4, Poole is challenging. Working lap number 6, Mark Poole, who's passed about every car on the racetrack, looking to the inside of Todd Price. Price, whose car owner Dave Mans is a street stock driver on Saturday nights, is about to lose the lead, and he will officially. New leader on lap 7 is Mark Poole in car 96. Poole, the new leader, is a graduate of Legacy Car Competition, where he's been victorious here at Motordrome in years past and got that first Motordrome NASCAR late model victory just 2 weeks back. It's Poole, Price, Pilla, then Dan Lewis in the 8, and John Komarinsky in 33. Komarinsky with new sponsorship from Miller Lite. And number 1 Cochran this season as the white flag signals final time around. The veteran driver from 84 Pennsylvania, driving the Howard Concrete Pumping number 96, Mark Poole continues his hot streak with another heat race win over Todd Price, Sean Pilla, Dan Lewis, and John Komarinsky. Nodina. 6, Paul Rosa. 7, Jeff Halfhill. 51, Kevin Ludwig. 61, Ron Eifert. 31 is Billy Schwartz. 20 is Ed Sheltman, and 16 is Ed Deneen. Early leader Paul Rosa in car 6 was last week's feature winner. I think we're going to go 3 wide here on the front straight. The American Flyers division cars are 4-cylinder, front-wheel drive, street passenger cars with automatic transmissions, modified only for driver safety and competing on street tires. Up front, Paul Rosa in the 6th, the Stans Transmissions car. Several feature victories this season. Behind him, the West Side Lube and Tire 7 of Jeff Halfhill. The 16 of Ed Deneen is the points leader. He's a former champion, and he is a Wilkinsburg resident where he has won a former champion here. Then the 88 of Stan Nodina, the rookie. 61, Ron Eifert III. He has a feature win this season and got that car fixed up after a vicious crash last week. Look at the battle for second. Ed Deneen looking to the inside of Halfhill. And he will make the pass for second spot. Now Chevrolet Cavaliers running first and second with Rosa and Deneen. Dodge Daytona in third for Halfhill. Dodge Shadow in fourth for Nodina. And fifth, it's Ron Eifert's Cavalier as we're on the final lap. Final time around for Paul Rosa in car 6. Multiple feature victories and some heat wins this season. It will be another checkered flag for Paul Rosa. Finishing second, it will be Ed Deneen. Third, Jeff Halfhill. Fourth, Stan Nodina. And fifth, Ron Eifert III. In the 13-12, Roger Bryan. 95 is leading winner. Jimmy Stokes from West Newton. 29 is Bruce Hamilton. Green flag is out. Looking to go 3 wide for the lead. Neidhart and Lemley staying door to door. Behind them, Keller and Oldham. Neidhart will lead in car 68. If you're here at Motordrome each week, you've seen tremendous improvement by Neidhart, but now he's the meat of a sandwich on the back straight. Former champions surrounding Ed Neidhart and taking the lead away. It's the 1 of Tracy Keller and the 4 of Mike Lemley. Tracy Keller out in front. Very close friend Mike Lemley in second. Then Neidhart, and door to door for fourth position, it's Jimmy Stokes up from the rear of the field. And the 13 of Denny Keller, side by side. Working lap 3 of 6. Current points leader and defending champ Mike Lemley, now a distant second to leader Tracy Keller. Neidhart holds on to third. He has been so drastically improved in recent weeks. Neidhart from Renfrew in car 68, holding off Stokes and Keller, the veterans. Nearly Miley swapping stickers in the battle for third. We're 3 wide again. Neidhart's in the middle again. Contact made. Stokes with an outstanding save on the back straight. Jimmy sideways. Stokes didn't let it go sideways with hard contact. Green flag stays out and we work the final lap. Contact in turn 1. Bill Oldham gets into Bob Garchak. Green flag still stays out, and Oldham, the multiple feature winner, takes off with position number 5, but out of turn 4. The former division champion in car number 1, Tracy Keller, takes the win over Mike Lemley, Denny Keller, Jimmy Stokes, and Bill Oldham. Kirkwood, 83 is Matt Sever from West Newton. 23 is Eugene Zerfoss from Acosta. 3 wide, maybe 4 wide, as the Super Compacts log their first ever lap around the Motordrome Speedway. Steve Long out in front. He's got 2 wins at Jennerstown Speedway this season. The 83 of Matt Sever in second. The 0 is Deidre Petrie from Greensburg. Deidre in 4th spot right now. Six laps the distance, and the 73 car spins. Dave Kumpfmiller backing it up toward the wall, and looks like he's going to get it refired. This is a 6-lap heat race, and the green flag will stay out. We begin to work lap number 3. Leader in car 27 is Steve Long, but the 83 of Matt Sever from West Newton has closed in on him. 23 of Eugene Zerfoss is third, as there are 3 laps to go. Each week, the Super Compacts will have a 15-lap feature event. Side by side for the lead. 27 of Long, 83 of Sever. Watching from third, it's Zerfoss. They're still door to door. Now we have a new leader. Matt Sever takes the white flag. Now out in front of this field with his Cavalier leading a Neon and Ford Probe. 23 car of Zerfoss now advancing, trying to take second from race long leader Steve Long. Headed to the checkered flag. The first ever Super Compact event at Motordrome Speedway is a heat race won by Matt Sever from West Newton over Eugene Zerfoss. Steve Long. Zero of Deidre Petrie completing the top 5 in the first ever event for Super Compacts here at Motordrome. East McKeesport. 9 is Rick Huffman. 7 is Ben Easler. And 57 is Jim Nicola Jr. We're green and racing. 20 laps of open wheel thunder from the modifieds. And Marion Reno is out to an early lead in car 8. Just in front of Lonnie Hoffman in 58. Bumper-to-bumper contact up front on lap 1. Oh, we got contact up front. All the smoke from the locked up front wheels on the brakes, and we might go 3 wide for the lead. Reno in car 8 holds on by 1 full car length over the Al Civic owned 58 of Lonnie Hoffman, but now it's Brian Ship fighting for the lead in the 40. Harry Ofer is into the wall. He collects George Nicola. He gets into the 0 of Chris Brink, and George Nicola sustains heavy damage as a result of the incident with the 0-1 of Harry Ofer. Sorry, that's the 81 of Pete Reck. The 81 which looks identical to its team car of 01. It's Pete Reck, who got into the outside wall, collected George Nicola in 97. I think Chris Brink in the 0 car also got a piece of that incident. And nachos available with the fresh cut Motordrome French fries. As we have 18 laps to go, Marion Reno leads him to the green over Lonnie Hoffman. We were 3 wide on the front straight with Tom Frank in the 6, Brian Shipp in the 40, and Harry Ofer in 01, all fighting for 3rd spot. As Marion Reno, the former truck division champion, leads Lonnie Hoffman, the Subway Street Stock division graduating car 58. In 3rd position now, in car 6, Tom Frank. The young driver from the Cleveland suburbs, nearly 3 wide again. I think Brian Shipp might have hit the outside retaining wall lightly. He's now door to door with his brother, and Harry Ofer in 01 takes over 3rd from Tom Frank. Unbelievable open wheel action in the first 4 laps of this feature event, and the leader has a problem. Marion Reno makes a mistake out of turn number 2. We'll find out if it's mechanical, but he has dropped back 5 positions after leading the first 4 laps. New leader in the Al Civic Racing Team, Aero Automotive number 58, is Lonnie Hoffman, the hometown hero from right here in Smithton, holding off Harry Ofer in 01 from Bell Vernon, who was a 2-time feature winner last year. Working lap number 6 of 20, the top 3 drivers in competition are looking for their first win of this racing season. It's August 1st, and all 3 of those drivers have been close to victory and led feature laps, but only the driver in 4th, Adam Kostelnik, has gone to victory lane among this lead pack. Kostelnik started deep in this field. He's up to 4th and now battling for the 2nd position. It's Bobby Shipp in the 04, who's 2nd in the championship chase, diving beneath Lonnie Hoffman, bringing the points leader Kostelnik right with him. Working lap number 8 and the Viglione Racing number 60 of Adam Kostelnik pulls wheel to wheel with Bobby Shipp into turn number 3, looking to take the runner-up spot. Approaching the midpoint of the event, crossed flags indicate 10 laps down and 10 to go. Harry Ofer continues to lead, but now Adam Kostelnik, who started deep in the field in car 60, looks to his outside. 2 drivers who have exchanged paint, exchanged words, and flared tempers this season are fighting for the win. And we got a caution flag. Cars are spinning in turn 4. It's the 97 of George Nicola and the 5 of Jim Nicola. Jim Nicola in car 5 spun, and a later repercussion of that spin, the 97 of George Nicola went around, so uncle and nephew involved in the same caution flag incident. I don't believe they were racing together on the track when that happened. Green is back out with 9 laps remaining, and 2 drivers who have fueled a recent rivalry are up front. Kostelnik with an enormous points lead in the quest for his 5th straight championship is on a win streak of 5 consecutive. If he's going to win a 6th straight, he will have to do it by taking the lead from the driver with whom he's fought so often recently. The Viglione Racing Luzader Auto Service number 60 dives into the lead on the back straight, and officially on lap 13, Adam Kostelnik is out in front. Kostelnik, the leader, in second. Harry Ofer, whose teammate was in that vicious crash on lap 2. Then Bobby Shipp third, Lonnie Hoffman fourth, Tom Frank in fifth. With 5 laps remaining, third place driver Bobby Shipp in the 04 is closing in on Harry Ofer for second spot. Meanwhile, look at the 6th position. Out of turn 4, George Nicola recovers from the spin, and he takes away 6th position from early race leader Marion Reno in car 8. George Nicola's been in 2 caution flag incidents, and he's 1 spot away from seeing his number on the scoreboard in 5th. Remaining, and an unprecedented win streak of 6 in a row could be looming in front of the Viglione Racing number 60 of Adam Kostelnik. Lap traffic in front of the leader, but his margin is so big that coming into turn number 4, the checkered flag will wave once again for Adam Kostelnik with 6 in a row over Harry Ofer, Bobby Shipp, Lonnie Hoffman, and Tom Frank. Adam Kostelnik, rather unprecedented win streak of 6 in a row. Has anything like this ever happened in your career before?
Yeah, I won 7 before in the street stock, but Stanley made me start last because I won 5 in a row, and I wasn't holding back. I said, hell with it. I know where I'm starting next week. I'm starting last again, so I just put on a clinic, man. It was just good. The car was hooked up, flying, and Stanley, man, thanks for the motivation because that felt good.
And how about a chance to thank your sponsors and crew?
I got to thank Harry Lazader. He's the engine builder, Bowling Machine, TCI Circlematic, Lazader Auto Service. Harry Lazader, man, he's the man. He made the call. We come here with a game plan. We followed the game plan just like we were, and we just, man, it just worked good. And can't thank Buzzy and Donna Viglione, Josie, sister, Pouch, Sue. And like I said, man, gotta thank Harry, man. He made the game plan. He made us stick to it, and it worked good, man. That was a hell of a run.
6 in a row for Adam Kostelnik, the defending champion. For the Subway Street Stocks, Teddy Gabala and Joe Nicola lead him to the green, and we're underway. Three of Teddy Gabala, the young driver, out in front. The teenager who scored a victory this season side by side behind him is Jonathan Heilman, who was leading the points chase until last week in car 15. And Heilman takes away the 2nd position from Subway Challenge driver of the night, Joe Nicola. Bill Henry in 64 now challenges Nicola to the inside. Also happens to be Nicola's birthday, turning 25 tonight. But it's Gabala and Heilman leading the 3rd place battle of Henry and Nicola. Dust and sparks through turns 1 and 2. Heated action in the middle of the field. New points leader Sean Phillips in car 31. Side by side with Jason Holder in 74. Just in front of them, it's Tony Manganello after that big heat race win tonight. Henry in 64 now stealing the third spot from Nicola. Look at Manganello coming up through the field in the 50. He is looking for his first career Subway Street Stock win. He's currently in 5th. Four of 30 laps completed. Teddy Gabala the leader, and the man on a mission tonight is Tony Manganello in car 50. He passes multiple feature winner Joe Nicola for 4th. Now he passes multiple feature winner Bill Henry for 3rd. If you're watching Tony Manganello in car number 50 for the very first time, you will find it hard to believe that he has never won a Subway Street Stock feature event as he glides into 3rd position behind 3-time winner Jonathan Heilman in 15. Working lap 6 of 30, Sean Phillips in 31, the hottest driver of late, pulling to the inside of Bill Henry in a challenge for 4th position. Seven of 30 laps completed, and a challenge for 2nd place as Jonathan Heilman makes a bobble out of turn number 2. Tony Manganello has quickly passed him and is now in the runner-up position. Challenge for 3rd, now Sean Phillips reels in the 15 of Jonathan Heilman. This battle for 3rd is among the leading championship contenders of the season. Sean Phillips in 31 narrowly makes a pass for 3rd on lap 9 and puts himself in front of his point standings rival this season, Jonathan Heilman in 15. Just behind them and advancing very well is Chris Bailey Jr. in 38. We are 1/3 of the way through the biggest Subway Street Stock event of the season. Teddy Gabala continues to lead, but his margin is being gobbled up in a hurry by Tony Manganello in car 50. Look at the challenge for 4th position as Jonathan Heilman, the 3-time winner, has Chris Bailey Jr. in car 38 challenging. We're working lap number 12. Bailey has already passed Holder, Nicola, Henry, and now Chris Bailey Jr. has passed 3-time feature winner Jonathan Heilman, and there's contact on the back straight. Bailey spins, and hard into him is Tom Knight Sr. in 76. Jason Holder did a great job of missing the spun 38 car. Contact between Heilman in 15 and Chris Bailey Jr. in 38. And Bailey starts that battered machine up and drives away from the scene of the incident as Tom Knight Sr. piled into the stopped machine of Chris Bailey. This car is owned by Rapid Ray Cimbali, who drove for the first half of the season before putting NASCAR late model driver Chris Bailey Jr. behind the wheel. Bailey this season alone has competed in 4 different divisions of cars at 2 different speedways, including NASCAR late models here at Motordrome early in the season, before taking the reins of this Subway Street Stock owned by Ray Cimbali. 31 and 3-time winner Jonathan Heilman in 15 bring him back to the green flag with 18 laps to go. Gabala in car 3 is about to feel his first pressure of the event. That teenage driver has had this field well in hand. The Tom Clark Chevrolet number 3 had built up a huge lead interval, and now on lap 13 of 30 feels the pressure of Tony Manganello in car 50. Manganello, the new leader on lap 14. Just before the crossed flag signal halfway through the biggest Subway street stock event of the season, we have a new leader. Clairton, Pennsylvania's Tony Manganello in the AK Chassis 50 takes the spot away from Teddy Gabala. Sean Phillips is third as his daughter is celebrating a birthday this weekend. And Phillips closes quickly on Gabala. Meanwhile, they're trading paint in the battle for fourth. It's a three-car fight. Jason Holder, who got some damage in that vicious crash moments ago. Jonathan Heilman on the outside in car 15, and the 69 of Joe Nicola, the Subway Challenge driver. Look at them stacked up in that battle for fourth position. Meanwhile, they're going side by side on the back straight for second. Veteran Sean Phillips of Jefferson, Pennsylvania, and sophomore driver and Motordrome rookie Teddy Gabala in the 3, slugging it out for second. And working lap 17, that heated fight for second position allows Tony Manganello in car 50 to pull out to a huge lead. And now Phillips in car 31 has cleared Gabala by a full car length for second position. Turning our attention back to fourth, Jason Holder in 74 now has about one car length, maybe two, between himself and Joe Nicola in 69. Nicola started on the front row, fell back, but now seems to have come to life as he has passed Heilman and Henry in these last couple of laps. Keep in mind, fans, that on a regular Friday night basis, the Subway Street Stock feature is 20 laps. That means at this point in the race, we would normally be all finished. Now let's see what the extra 10 laps does to drivers who are not accustomed to saving their tires for a 30-lap grind. Battle for fourth heats up. Joe Nicola looking for a way around Jason Holder. Nicola has passed a couple of heavy hitters in this middle stage of the event, and he's got opening night winner Jason Holder just in front of him. Jeff Zellweger in the 18 car pulls pit side. He, along with Tom Knight Sr. and the 38 of Chris Bailey Jr. all retired from competition as we work lap 22 of 30. Two great battles on the speedway. One is for fourth between Holder and Nicola. And look at the battle for sixth. Door to door, Jonathan Heilman and Bill Henry. Both of those drivers are multiple feature winners in 2008. Heilman with 3 wins, in fact, his first 3 career victories ever. And the 64 of Henry with 2 wins on the season. Still side by side for now 2 full laps around the speedway. Jonathan Heilman and Bill Henry enter turn number 3 as if they are glued together, those 2 machines. Rather identical looking Chevrolet Monte Carlos. Fighting for 6th position as we have 5 laps to go. Jonathan Heilman and Bill Henry have been side by side for 3 laps. Just in front of them, in 5th, it's Joe Nicola. In 4th, Jason Holder. Then a straightaway distance up to the 3rd position. In car 3, it's Teddy Gabala. In 2nd spot, it's Sean Phillips. And leading the way for a possible first career win in the biggest race on the schedule for Subway Street Stocks, it's Tony Manganello. Out of turn 4, the leader will see the indication for 2 laps to go. Last season, driving for Costa Construction in his car number 50, Tony Manganello competed in his first full year of Motordrome Speedway competition. In prior seasons as a Subway street stock driver, he raced a hit-and-miss schedule here on Friday nights while racing at the Jennerstown Speedway on Saturdays. Now taking the white flag, driving an AK chassis house car out of the fabrication shop of defending track champion Adam Kostelnik. Down the back straightaway, Tony Manganello from Clairton, Pennsylvania, on the biggest night of the season for Subway street stocks, will take his first career win in the Subway 30. Manganello wins it over Sean Phillips, the points leader. Teddy Gabala coming home in 3rd. 4th, it's Jason Holder, and 5th will be Joe Nicola. Well, Tony, come on over here. Let's show you how victory lane works. This is your first time. You know you're going to hear this interview on the radio next week as you drive to Motordrome. What does it feel like to be a winner in the Subway street stocks?
Feels great. Adam, Butthead, Josh, the McGill family, Chuck, Fast Frank, we all work on the car so hard. It feels good to win finally.
This is a brand new ride for you. Tell us how many years you've been competing in oval track racing.
I ran a couple races about 3 years ago, and in the last 2 years I was full-time up here at Motordrome, and Adam built the car, Adam set it up. I mean, it's great. I love it.
And 30 laps tonight. How'd those extra 10 feel? A little bit more tired when you climb out tonight?
You really find out that the car changes a whole lot, and over that second 10 laps than it did before. But I really have to thank AK Chassis for giving me a great car, Jay Poli, Corman Corp, my wife, of course, and her family. But it feels great.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Manganello with a first career victory. Row 2 is Price and Catone as the green flag waves. Two by two without any separation down the back straight. It's a fast-moving parade lap as Glemba inches just ahead of Urso up front. Problems on the back straight. Gregory Kelly sliding into the inside wall after contact with the 15 of Todd Price, and we need a caution flag. So Todd Price, Mark Catone, and Gary Wiltrout as the green flag waves. Laps to go, and the Hemp Hill Racing 78. The Glemba asphalt-sponsored Chevrolet of Bo Glemba leads the Sullivan Chevrolet of Paul Urso. Urso in car 37, who had won modified features in his career, picked up that first career NASCAR Super Late Model win just about 3 weeks ago. And now he's got Todd Price right to his inside. They were nearly trading decals in the battle for second position as Price, in the Frankie Day Oldies Show D&D Office Plus Ford, trying to wrestle the runner-up spot from Urso, but Urso maintains that spot. Urso, now in the League of Feature Winners, is surrounded on the speedway by drivers looking for career firsts. Leader Bo Glemba here on lap 4 has yet to win in Super Late Model competition, although he has been a modified winner. And the 15 of Todd Price directly behind Urso is also seeking a career first win after years of limited late model racing at the Jennerstown Speedway. The 96 of Todd Price moving to the outside of the 15. It's Price in the 15 and Mark Poole in the 96, I should say. And Poole is the driver gaining. Poole had an outstanding heat race run this evening. Now on lap 6, he pulls out to second position, distancing himself from a battle between Urso and now Tommy Beck in the 60. Tight racing action in 3rd through 10th position on the speedway, working lap number 7. Glemba continues to lead. Mark Poole is pulling away from this battle, and now it's Bobby Henry who gets around the 37 of Urso, sending him and Todd Price back in this pack. Incredible action early on, and now the fight for 3rd position is the 2 leading championship contenders. Bobby Henry, the defending champion, and Tommy Beck, who was tied with him for the points lead before tonight's racing began. They are side by side on the front straight, working lap number 9. Both feature winners this season, and Henry pulls away with 3rd position and brings Richard Mitchell to his high side, also challenging Beck in the Stans Transmissions car number 60. Working lap number 10, and up front, a battle for the lead. Down the back straight, Mark Poole pulls the 96 to the outside of race-long leader Bo Glemba. And as they streak by the lapped machine of Marion Reno, Mark Poole officially becomes the leader on lap 11. The Howard Concrete Pumping Chevrolet, a feature winner 4 weeks ago. Check that, make it 2 weeks ago. Poole is now out in front, and Glemba, needing to clear the lap machine of Cody Quarrick, has the defending champion right at his back bumper. That's Bobby Henry. Henry in the Palagrudo Motorsports Ford, looking to the outside of the Hemp Hill Racing Chevrolet. Driver Bo Glemba on the inside, Bobby Henry on the outside. And it is Henry taking over 2nd position. Right with him comes Richard Mitchell, the 3-time champion in car 22. Mitchell winless in 2008 after sitting out the 2007 season on the heels of his 3rd championship in 06. The Howard Concrete Pumping, Martinelli's Auto, Tom Clark Chevrolet 22 of Mitchell, advancing quickly through the field with Henry as we are working lap 14. Mark Poole with a big lead over Henry and Mitchell. Then it's Glemba 4th, and Gary Wiltrout, the former champion, up to 5th. Tommy Beck sliding backwards just a bit in car 60 as he is entering this feature event 1 point behind Bobby Henry in the championship chase. A challenge for 4th spot. Bo Glemba and Gary Wiltrout on lap 16 are door-to-door in turn 1. They're door-to-door in turn 2. Glemba fighting for his life on the outside of the racetrack, trying to hold on to 4th position after leading the early laps of this feature event. Glemba with a heat race win this season as a sophomore to late model racing, and veteran Wiltrout with 2 feature victories for his Palagrudo team. Glemba still not surrendering 4th position. Just behind them, it's a 2-car fight for 6th between Mark Catone on the inside and Tommy Beck on the outside. And now Wiltrout on lap 18, taking 4th position, and we got a caution flag on the back straight, a spin. Rookie Michael Zombar parked in the middle of the racing surface, exiting turn number 2. Birthday boy Zombar in car 64, the rookie, bringing out the caution flag, just 2 laps short of the midpoint of this event. 22 laps to go, green flag comes out. Poole, Henry, Mitchell, Wiltrout lead him to the green. On the restart, Bo Glemba in 5th, the early race leader. Broke the back end free just a bit. He maintains that position, but behind him, Mark Catone and Tommy Beck are fighting for 6th position. Catone in 31, the 2-time Motordrome champ. Beck, the former Jennerstown champion, and a championship contender this season, side by side with Catone, allowing the loose-handling Glemba machine to maintain that spot. And in front of that battle, we have a challenge for 3rd. It's Wiltrout pulling to the inside of Mitchell. That battle settles down, and Beck takes away a position from Catone and from Glemba, and we got a caution. Hard into the wall is John Komarinsky in turn number 2 in car 33. Didn't see the incident happen, but he headed right for the outside retaining wall. Looked like something may have broken in the front suspension of the 33 car. Hard impact for the driver who was a former Pro Stock Division champion here at Motordrome. Last year picked up his first NASCAR Super Late Model win. And now the Marsula Electric Miller Lite sponsored 33 limps back to the pit area. Flag with 20 laps to go. Poole with a terrific restart. Meanwhile, Wiltrout right back to where he was, challenging Richard Mitchell for third. And look at Tommy Beck. He passed Catone and Glemba before the caution flag. Now he's forced to do it again as a result of going back to the last completed lap. And Beck now secures 5th position in car 60. Working lap 22 of 40, Chevrolet leading Ford, Chevrolet in third, Ford in fourth. A checkerboard of teammates at the front of the field with Tommy Beck, the championship contender, in fifth. Then Mark Catone, Bo Glemba, Todd Price. Battle for fifth resumes as Mark Catone finds new life. Catone has now passed Glemba and is challenging Beck on the back straight. Catone in the Al's Construction, Evanuik Racing Engines Ford. Looking to the inside of the stands, Transmissions, Monarch Oil Chevrolet of Tommy Beck. 15 laps now remain, and Beck and Catone are side by side all the way down the back straight. Make it a full lap of door-to-door racing, and Catone may now be clearing Beck on the front straight, and he does. By 1 full car length, Mark Catone takes the 5th position back on lap 26. Challenge for third, again exiting, turn 2 and down the back straight. Gary Wiltrout looking to the inside of Richard Mitchell. And it's going to be Wiltrout taking the spot away. He challenged for several laps, unable to pass, and that time he made it look easy on lap 28. As the leaders move around the 64 of Michael Zombar, it's now the Palagrudo team securing 2nd and 3rd, and the Howard Concrete pumping cars leading and 4th with Mitchell. Mark Poole up in front. Poole, a multiple feature winner at Jennerstown Speedway. And now looking to become a repeat winner at Motordrome as his first career NASCAR Super Late Model win just a few weeks ago. And now tonight a heat race win, and a dominating heat race win at that. With 10 laps to go, Poole has himself an advantage of about 10 or 12 car lengths over the defending champion and points leader Bobby Henry in 11. We got a problem on the back straight. Steve Black climbing over a car and now gets collected by Dan Lewis. It's Sean Pilla and Nathan Russell driving away from the scene. And Steve Black in the 1 climbed up over the rear of the 37 of Paul Urso. Urso on the front straight with damage to the left rear as Black got into the left corner of the 37, and Black is able to drive away surprisingly. Nathan Russell in 26 made a stop before collecting in that incident. The 5 of Sean Pilla also came to a stop, then pulled away, but Steve Black in the Penn West Toyota Lift Camry number 1 colliding with the Sullivan Chevrolet 37 of Paul Urso to bring out this caution. Green flag is out, and Bobby Henry was all over the back of Mark Poole on the restart. Mark Catone made a couple of passes for position. He's into 5th. Let's see if he can challenge Richard Mitchell in these final 10 circuits. Mark Poole's lead has evaporated to almost nothing. We got a caution flag, a big incident on the back straight. Paul Urso in 37, Sean Pilla in 5, and Steve Black in the 1. All over the back bumper of Mark Poole, and it happens once again as Poole's lead evaporates to nothing headed into turn 1. Bobby Henry seems to be liking the high side of the speedway, as last week Rick Miller won the feature using exactly that groove as Henry lost by just a fender. With 8 laps to go, Poole is pulling away, and it may be Wiltrout challenging Henry. Seven laps to go, and Wiltrout looks eager to challenge his Paul Agrudo teammate of Henry as Mark Poole sets sail from the field. Each restart, it looked like Poole was about to lose the lead, but after a few laps of green flag racing, he is pulling away from this feature event as he did in the heat race. Teammates fighting for 2nd, and Mark Catone is gaining on Richard Mitchell, who is 4th. 5 laps to go, and the leaders approach lap traffic in turn 2. Michael Zombar in the high side, and we got a caution flag. Green is back out. Even more quickly this time on the restart, Poole builds up an advantage of about 4, maybe 6 car lengths over Henry. This time Wiltrout in 2nd spot with a good run on his teammate cannot make the pass stick. It's Henry 2nd, Wiltrout 3rd, Mitchell 4th, and Catone 5th. 3 laps to go. The signal of 2 laps to go given to 84 Pennsylvania resident Mark Poole in car 96. Poole, who nearly won a Jennerstown Speedway track championship, who's collected numerous victories at Jennerstown Speedway, became a Motordrome winner just a few weeks ago. And now with his most dominating performance to date, he takes the white flag, leading the Paul Agrudo teammates on the final tour of Motordrome Speedway. Veteran Mark Poole in the Howard Concrete Pumping Chevrolet becomes a repeat feature winner at Motordrome over Bobby Henry, Gary Wiltrout, Richard Mitchell, and Mark Catone. Celebration with his crew. High fives all the way around. Well, Mark Poole, you're now a repeat winner at the Motordrome Speedway, and this performance looked much more dominating than your first. Was the car that much better tonight?
Yeah, we were good from first practice. It's the best car I've had here. I was thrilled.
Tonight, you were by no means an underdog, as that heat race was so dominant. I think from the very beginning of the night, you had to know this one was going to be yours.
Well, not really. When you're back anywhere in the back, you never know what's going to happen, but we got up there pretty quick. It worked out real well.
Compare this to the feeling of your first win.
Oh, that was special for being here, but that's nice when you see the guys behind you that you were able to keep in front of it. They're all top quality, past champions, and I'm not.
And a chance to thank your sponsors.
I'd like to thank Howard Concrete, Frank Howard, and Donaldson Supply. But Frank's our main sponsor, and he's been with me from day one, and I couldn't be happier. Thanks all my fans and all the fans that came out tonight. It was a great time.
A great time as he is in victory lane for the second time at Motordrome, Mark Poole. And Ron Eifert in 61, that car was in a vicious crash last week as well, and the green flag is out. We're 3 wide in the middle of the pack, maybe 4 wide. The 2 leading winners this season are the 6 and 16, advancing their way through the field. Jeff Halfhill in car 7 leads lap 1. Look at this, 3 wide for the lead. All 3 drivers have been to victory lane this season. Trading the top spot, it's Halfhill, Rosa, now Deneen, still 3 wide. Deneen dirt tracks the car, nearly makes contact. Whoa. How the heck was that action, race fans? Who wouldn't want to build one of these race cars and come have fun with us every Friday? Paul Rosa in the 6 leads the all-time leading winner in the division, Ed Deneen. Then it's Jeff Halfhill, the West Side Lube and Tire 7. Then it's Nodina, Eifert, Shelpman, and Billy Schwartz in 31. Of 8 laps now completed. Drivers up front have been the dominant feature winners of the season. The 6 of Rosa won last week's feature. The 16 of Deneen has more wins than anybody else this year and more wins than anybody else in his career in American Flyer Racing. These 2 have battled for about the last 3 or 4 weeks for division dominance as Deneen drops a wheel off the pavement in turns 1 and 2. To go, and Paul Rosa's lead is down to about 2 car lengths. Make it 1 car length, make it a half a car length, make it a fender, make it a bumper as Deneen's on the outside challenging the leader, now changes lanes to the inside. White flag signals final lap, and this one's going to be a dandy. Ed Deneen has a half mile to close in on Paul Rosa. Rear bumper contact is made. Not the first time these 2 have done that. 2 final corners to settle it. Rosa in 6, Deneen in 16. Checkered flag is in the air at the line. It's going to be Paul Rosa by half a car length. Is West Newton's Jimmy Stokes the leading winner. Green flag is out, 15 laps for the Chargers. Look at this action all through the field. 3 wide in 3 places, nearly 4 wide. Oh, and we got hard contact. Keller gets into Stokes. He turns Oldham, and Hamilton gets a part of it. And Oldham in the 5 car, unable to move away from the scene of that incident. Led lap 1, Gardner is pit side, Keller's the new leader, Neidhart in 2nd, Lemley in 3rd. Denny Keller stretching out his lead with that Oldsmobile race car. Mike Lemley, the defending champion, taking second position away from Ed Neidhart. They're still trading paint at the back of the field as Oldham and Garchak just got together. The officials here in the scoring tower assure me that none of the track officials pointed the field down pit lane, but when Matt Gardner, the leader, retired from competition, everyone followed him into the pits. Denny Keller opened up a big lead on Ed Neidhart at the restart, but now Mike Lemley, the two-time winner this season, is closing in on Keller just a little bit each lap, with Neidhart hanging on to third. Tracy Keller and Jimmy Stokes fourth and fifth, despite being involved in that caution flag incident on lap 1. Challenge for fourth position, Jimmy Stokes and Tracy Keller. Stokes getting around the 1 car now. Keller, the 2006 track champion. Stokes, the leading winner this year. And working lap 6 of 15, we have a challenge for the lead developing. Mike Lemley in car 4. Lemley took a few years off from racing, had a very successful career, then stepped away for a couple seasons, and now with car number 4 as defending champion, he leads the points chase again this season. And there's contact on the front straight. Stokes has blown a tire, and as a result gets into the 68 of Neidhart and cuts his tire down. 2 flat tires as a result of 1 flat tire on Stokes 95, and on lap 7, both cars continue on. The green flag will stay out. Stokes heads to the pits, Neidhart heads to the pits, and we can watch the lead battle resume with the 13 of Keller and the 4 of Lemley. Tracy Keller is now in third, so Lemley is the meat of a sandwich between the Keller cousins on the scoreboard. 13 of Denny Keller, 1 of Tracy Keller, surrounding the 4 of Lemley. All 3 of those drivers very close friends. Out of turn 4, Lemley takes a peek to the inside. Denny Keller has not been to victory lane this season. And with 5 laps to go, a close race among close friends. Lemley with a good run into turn 3, trying to take away the inside lane. They make contact. And Lemley's going to take the lead by a car length, working lap 12 of 15. Remember, they are very close friends. Or should we say were very close friends. Hopefully they'll still be close friends after close racing. Keller cousins now second and third. Leader is Mike Lemley from Dawson, Pennsylvania. 2 laps to go. This could be Lemley's 3rd win of the season. Look at Denny Keller fighting back. You'd think when the defending champion gets around you, the race is over, but Denny Keller will have none of that. He's trying every inch of the racetrack to gain ground as the white flag is waving. On the back straight, Keller up high, Lemley down low, final lap. As the raindrops are starting to fall, Lemley has half a car length advantage, but Keller's on the high side. It will be Mike Lemley by less than a car length over Denny Keller, Tracy Keller, Bill Oldham, and a fight for 5th position coming out of turn 4. It's gonna be Bob Garchak by a nose. Drivers will head pit side. Track is too wet to run this feature event, so the drivers will head pit side.